Hi and welcome to my channel. On this channel, we speak about reality. We speak about the things that have been holding humanity down in low vibrational frequencies for eons of ages. In this era of human consciousness shifting into higher dimension, we are transcending our experiences for better quality earth experience while we are still in the 3D dimension. Have you heard of the 5D earth? The 5D earth, which is the shifting of the man-made system, the crumbling of it into the higher timeline, an age of consciousness, right? And for us to fully embody consciousness, we fully have to also dive deep into the darkness, how we've been living, our relationship with ourselves and our relationship with the environment, our relationship with Mother Nature and the world as a whole. So today, let's take a look at narcissistic abuse that stems from cultural conditioning, high superiority complex, and motherhood, how it's in link with motherhood. So women that uphold patriarchal principle and patriarchal cultures are destined to raise children that are highly traumatized, which means women that are not in tune with their goddess energy and their divine essence are more likely to fail in motherhood than they are to be successful. When you take a look at the trauma between the narcissist and the empath, which I am a survivor myself, right? Both are suffering from similar situation. Both has similar trauma, right? And they bond together in this trauma. And one of the trauma is shame. The empath might have been abused in their home like me. My self-esteem, my confidence level, and my trust in myself and my core belief was highly injured by my upbringing. Narcissists have similar wounds. Then the empath decides, I will take this shame, go out into the world and try to heal the world. So normally empaths have humanitarian traits. They want to shine light. They want to help people. They want to support people, even if it means giving their last dinner so you can smile, for them to go hide behind and cry their heart out. And the narcissist say, wait a minute, I'm going to be toxically selfish. I am entitled to have everything that I didn't get in my childhood, no matter what means I would use to get it. Even if I have to steal from you, humiliate you, abuse you, or use any form of negative voodoo on you, I will do that. And this creates the culture of a toxic cycle of good people being abused by bad people every single time through our generations. So motherhood, what is a mother? If you want to look at the true definition of a mother, go out there and observe how nature works. Mother is this kind of sense of unity, softness, humility, integrity, warriorness. The warrior energy within the nature energy that allow us to stand for what is right. So if you are a mother who is operating with patriarchal culture and philosophy, you lose all of this trait and now you become a rigid system. Everything within you is highly systemic. Is you follow religion A or you leave my house. It's either you marry or you leave my house. It's either you do this job, a doctor or a nurse, or you leave my house. It's all about either you do this. It's about the mother's need, meeting the mother's need, which in turn meet the patriarchal need, not this softness and freeness of guiding the little one, the young ones you bring to the world, guiding them to find their path and their future. It's not about that. It's all about asserting control and manipulating and dominating your children. And these children, they grow up and they are already conditioned into a system that was introduced to them by their parent, especially their mother. This is why religious people focus on women a lot, because they use the women to build their church or their mosques or whatever system or cult that they generate. So children grow out there with that kind of limiting belief system, and they become vulnerable to predators. The people that have the high court that are controlling the masses, they become vulnerable to them. Some of them who cannot process this abuse, they swept into the ghetto. They begin to abuse drug. When you come to Africa, it is said that most youth abuse drug, and they use drug as some form of escapism. So mental health among most youth in Africa, countries like Ghana, is getting higher and higher. And nobody is speaking about this because patriarchy profit from everything negative that happens in their own system. The problem is a profit because they show up a solution that creates another problem. So we abuse drug. Many youth has gone to the ghetto using drug to go through psychosis and some kind of escape, and no one is speaking about it. Society reject them, society humiliate them, and society label them the ghetto people. But when you look at the link, the true root cause of the problem, there lies the mother. I was strong enough to not have gone into the ghetto because I went out there seeking for true. Life was hard. I was meeting series of narcissists beating me here and there. Narcissists in males, narcissists in females every single day. But my soul was strong enough to hold itself, its integrity, to continue to dive through seeking the truth. But many people don't have that strength, so they end up in the ghetto. They end up in the ghetto. Some of them never find their way back to their true self. They become junkies and they destroy their mental health and even their physical health with this drug. And instead of society looking at the root cause, mothers sitting down to reevaluate themselves and see what role they are playing, they betray them by rejecting them more. Everyone rejects them more. So now they become the ghetto people, and they are the ones committing most of the crime that is happening in society. Theft, stealing, etc., etc. But in this age, in this time, the light has dawned upon us to look through some of these areas and do the work on ourselves to shift. If you are a mother is not supposed to be partial. A mother is supposed to be neutral. That is what nature teaches us. Don't uphold any religion. Don't uphold any system. Be in your true divine essence and take care of your children. Even if you have some unresolved trauma and wounds, don't allow the system to brainwash you into having children, because you only pass on toxic patterns, family generational curses onto these innocent children, and they also grow in it and they pass it on. No one stand and create another part doing the healing and the shadow work that is necessary. I am the first woman in my life to realize this and truly break free from that toxic pattern and still doing the work on myself. Right? So if you are a woman watching this channel, watching this video, it's time to reevaluate the role you are playing in your life and the lives of your children. You might be grooming your female child to go become a prey for a narcissistic male out there. You might be grooming your male child to go out there and abuse women and children. You are grooming your child to go out there and fall into the ghetto trap. You might be grooming your child to go out there and limit themselves so they can be abused and never knowing their worth. So this is the time to reevaluate what motherhood is. Nature chose you to represent her in the physical realm. You're supposed to be neutral, empathetic, emotional, warrior, justice. You're supposed to speak for what is truth. You're supposed to be highly in tune with yourself. You're supposed to be wise and knowledgeable. But our mothers in today, in fact, they lack knowledge, intuition, emotional intelligence, and they in turn force their children into the same life. The very own life that did not help them, they train their children to follow the same step. And when their children begin to break free, they fight them. Some of them go as far as neglecting and abandoning their children out in the street to fend for themselves. Just because they refuse to go to church or mosques or be religious, they say, then leave my house. We are in this earth together. There's only two genders, man and a woman, and the imbalances and suffering that is happening, no alien will come up from the sky, male or female or a messiah, to come and change it for us. We need to change it ourselves. And we all know by science and universal law that for things to change, We have to change. And for things to get better, we need to get better. Nothing get better until we get better. If we are playing part of the problem, then we can play out of the solution. We can become the solution. And if you're watching this channel, this is the time for you to speak about your story. I am still learning how to integrate my experience and speak about my story. I'm trying, I'm changing, I'm training myself, and I know we learn as we go, right? Pick that camera, right? Social media has brought all of us together. Speak about your story. Don't just speak about your story in victimized consciousness. Speak about your story in a form of transformative consciousness, because you are not a victim. You are not a victim. You are a victor. If I should tell you where I'm coming from and where I've gotten to so far, you will know that truly you are not the victim of your circumstances. You are the creator of it. If you find your authentic vibration, you find your voice, you find your unique play, and realize that you are writing the story. You are the creator of a reality. You need to be a responsible one as that, a conscious one as that, and a clean one as that. The suffering on this planet will reduce. The abuse will reduce. The ignorance will reduce. The pain will reduce. Thank you for listening. Like, follow, and subscribe. Namaste.